Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. My name is Mohammed Aftab Ishwaq and I am foundation level student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. So today I am here for new Maya. So let's start. Can
Hey,
you
hey.
hear me? My my first question is okay.
I don't think I
My
quite.
first question is
Could you say that one more time? The roots of the tick that.
my first question is what is
It's
weather
getting pretty
mean?
fragmented. What were you asking? I think the connection's breaking up a lot. Is this a bad time to talk, or should we maybe switch to text for a bit? I'm having trouble hearing clearly.
Okay. My next question is the first weather is the first all of the world in all of the world.
Okay, I'm still getting pretty choppy audio. We might have an easier time if we switch to text for a few minutes. Is that okay with you? It might help me understand what you're asking about.
Okay, my next question is when do people say morning weather?
When people say morning weather, they're usually just making small talk when they first see someone. It's a polite way to start a conversation. Like when you run into someone at the grocery store or see your neighbor in the garden. Why were you thinking about that today?
Okay, my next question is weather first all of the world?
I'm not totally sure I caught that weather for style of the work. Could you try rephrasing that for me?
Okay, my next question is what is weather mean?
Can you say that again? The audio's still pretty rough. I think you said something about what's bothering you. Is that right?
Okay, my next question is weather first all of the world in English?
Ah, okay. Are you asking if weather is the first thing people talk about?
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, yeah. Weather's pretty universal. Everyone experiences it, so it makes easy small talk. Is that what you were thinking about?
Okay, my next question is Sara Maya. My next question is when do feel when some include weather?
Mm. I'm really struggling to understand through the connection. I think you're asking about how the sun affects weather, but I'm not sure. Maybe switching to text for a bit would make things clearer.
Okay, my next question is how can different affect your friend?
That sounds like a good idea. Texting might be easier right now. Here, let me send you a text message instead of trying to talk through the audio.
Okay, my next question is what is the
Are you okay?
okay my next question is how will your response all of the world?
That's a big question. It's hard to say how to sponsor the world. It's such a huge place with so many different needs. What made you think of that question?
Okay, my next question is the thinking for the illuminate world?
I'm really struggling to understand the question. The audio keeps breaking up. I think you said something about illuminate Vold. I'm not following what you're getting at there.
Okay, my next question is the first all of the world, all of the engagement for this the evenings?
Are you asking what events are happening around the world tonight? It's pretty broad. Are you thinking about something specific like concerts or sports?
Okay, my next question is product your weather mat and include.
That one's really coming through fragmented. Could you try to rephrase what you're asking about products and
Okay, my
weather?
next question is can different heart patient, realistic movement, and the weathering.
Okay, that's a tricky question. Um, are you thinking about how weather affects people with heart problems or how patients react to different weather?
Okay, my next question is, what do people say weather mean?
Nice to meet you, Kostani. What people mean when they say something, well, that can get pretty complicated. Sometimes people say one thing but mean another, right? Like when someone says, "Oh, that's great," when they're actually annoyed. Do you mean you're curious about reading between the lines, figuring out what people really think?
Okay, my next question is, when do people sometimes affect indifferent?
I think you mean when do people change their behavior or feelings depending on the situation? I think pretty much everyone behaves a little differently depending on who they're with or what's going on. Sometimes we're more shy, sometimes we're outgoing, and sometimes more serious. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question is, well, how can indifferent affect friend?
I'm still getting pretty broken audio. Could you switch to text for me? I think you're asking something about friends, but I can't quite really make out the rest.
Okay, my next question is different be devastating and weathering?
That's a big thought. Devastation definitely feels like weather, sometimes totally unpredictable and overwhelming. Makes you feel small against it.
Okay,
Are you thinking about how life can feel that way
okay,
sometimes?
my next question is,
Yeah, sounds like a heavy
can
thought.
in morning, how can
Are
different
you
affect your family life?
um I think you're asking about having a happy family
Yeah,
life? Yeah, that sounds nice. What do you think makes a family happy?
okay, my next question is, what is different between include and climates?
Okay, so how are food and climate different from each other? Well, climate's more about the long-term weather patterns, like average temperatures and rainfall. Food is, well, what we eat. Totally different things, really.
Okay, my next question is, how you different reject when sometime indifferent it to you?
Mm, I respond when things are different or when I disagree with something. Well,
Yeah,
I try to stay true to my views, even if others see things differently. It's good to have different perspectives, though. What's something where you feel pretty strongly about your point of view?
okay, my next question is, how is different making someone feel included?
That's a bit unclear through the audio. I think I heard something about how clothing makes people
Okay,
feel. Is that right? Like how what you wear impacts your mood? Clothes can make a big difference. You ever put on something that
okay, my
just made you
next
feel
question
better?
is, how in different lands to include transferring object? How can observing you are on different road and weathering?
Whoa, that's a pretty complex question. I'm not quite following all the layers there. It sounds like you're asking about how things like travel across lands or weather impacts shipping, maybe.
Okay, my next question is, how does different impact weathering?
Different types of weathering work in different ways depending on the climate. Like in cold places, water freezing in cracks breaks rocks apart, but in hot, dry places, it's more about the sun baking rocks until they crumble.
Okay,
Does that make
my
sense?
next question is, can indifference show the lake car?
I'm still getting pretty fragmented audio. Could you switch to text for a bit?
Okay, my
I
next
can't
question
quite
is,
make out what you're
how
asking
do
about.
you resign someone indifferent to you?
Hey there. It sounds like we're still running into a lot of audio issues. I'm having trouble hearing clearly. Maybe texting would be easier for now.
Okay, my next question is how do stories or books explain indifference?
Oh, interesting. Are you asking how different books tell stories in different ways? And that some use a lot of description, some focus on dialogue, some are super fast paced. It really depends on the author's style and what kind of story they're telling. Do you have any favorite books where the storytelling feels really unique?
Okay, my next question is can indifference be changed by smile action?
Yeah, definitely. A smile can change things. It makes people feel more at ease, it can brighten someone's day, and even change how they react to you. Smiles are pretty powerful.
Okay, my next question is how can teacher help student include weather?
Hmm. Are you asking how teachers help students understand the weather? They might use charts, experiments, or take them outside to observe it firsthand, and maybe talk about how weather impacts different places around the world.
Okay, my next question is why do some people act indifferent of custom?
I think you're asking how people behave differently in different cultures, right? Well, things like politeness, personal space, eye contact, they're all understood differently around the world.
Okay, my next question is can different affect emotionally how?
It depends on the context emotionally how. I'm still not picking up all the words clearly here.
Okay, my next question is can indifferent making someone refreshing?
I'm getting pretty lost in this conversation. The audio's so fragmented. I think maybe we should switch to text. That way I can actually understand what you're asking about.
Okay, my next question is how smile affect kindly viewed in differently weather.
That one's really jumbled. I think you're asking about how smiling affects people in different, right? I guess maybe a warm smile feels extra good on a cold day.
Okay, my next question is how can different include your choose in life?
I'm really struggling with the audio today. Maybe it'd be best to finish our chat through text instead. That way I can actually understand your questions. What do you think?
Okay, my next question is my next question is how can feel your someone indifferently weathering changing feeling?
That's a really interesting question. It sounds like you're asking about how someone feels when they're being independent and changing their feelings. It's probably a mix of excitement and maybe a little bit of uncertainty, right? It's a brave thing to do, to trust your own judgment and emotions.
Okay, my next question is can difference create a distance between friends?
Yeah, absolutely. Distance can definitely happen between friends for lots of reasons. People change, like hair.
Okay, my next question is the different world all of the.
Mm. That audio is still really chopped up. The words are cutting in and out. Could you
Okay, my next question is can lasting more education in difference?
Hey there, Sonny. That audio is pretty rough. You said something about lasting more education and difference. I think you're asking if continued learning can help with understanding differences? That's a really smart way to think about it. The more you learn about other people and places, the better you understand how everyone's different. That's really
Okay,
valuable.
my next question is how can books help us unstated indifference?
I think you mean understand in different places or with different people. Books can really open life. That helps us empathize and connect with others.
Okay, my next question is, can different be costume in other cheese?
I think you're asking if people from different places have different eating habits. Yeah, absolutely. Food is a huge part of culture. What people eat, how they prepare it, even what's considered polite at the table can vary a lot
Okay,
around the
my
world.
next question is, have you ever felt indifferent to movies or books?
As someone who's heard about a lot of movies and books, but doesn't experience them the same way humans do, I've through the reactions people tell me about, like how movies can make them laugh or cry or feel really thoughtful. I think I understand it vicariously through the stories I hear.
Okay,
Does
my
that make
next question
sense?
is, can indifferent affect your grants or studios?
I think you're asking if people are different in Grand World Studios, like if filmmakers or artists have different ideas. Yeah, absolutely. Creativity is all about different people bringing different visions to the table. That's what makes art
Okay, my
interesting, right?
next question is, can indifferent be way of feeling?
That one's pretty unclear. Could you try restating that question? I'm really struggling with the audio quality.
Okay, my next question is, how does different appear in social groups?
That's a good question. It just means people have different roles or ways they interact in social settings. Some are the outgoing leader, others the quiet observer, some are the comedians, some are super
Okay,
supportive. It's good to have variety.
okay, my next question is, can in morning a
Yeah,
problem bigger
totally.
sign in indifferent?
I think you're asking if a morning problem can indicate something deeper. Sometimes those early struggles can be signs of stress, anxiety, or burnout, things that have roots somewhere else.
Okay,
That's worth keeping an eye on for patterns.
my next question is, can in morning a
Okay,
problem be
what's
sign
up?
in indifference?
Wow, that switched languages on me. I think you just spoke Icelandic, and I can't really follow that right now. Maybe we should stick to English or try switching to text altogether.
Okay, my next question is, how does different affect your personal growth?
Different experiences, different challenges, different people, different ways of thinking. They all help us grow as people. Facing something new forces us to
Okay,
adapt
my
and learn.
next question is, how does include our personal goals can do different affect health and wilding and weather?
Whoa, that's a lot to unpack. Are you asking how setting personal goals affects your health and the environment? If you're thinking about sustainability, maybe setting goals like recycling or reducing waste could help the environment. Healthy habits like exercise and meditation can improve your well being. Does that make sense as a start?
Okay, my next question is, how to small act of a car roots in difference?
Ah, okay. So you're asking about how to find a challenging career that makes a difference? That's a great goal. Have you thought about fields like teaching, social work, or maybe something in environmental science? What kind of impact are you hoping to make with your work?
Okay, my next question is, how to feel when people you are different to nature?
I think you're asking about how people feel when they encounter a new church or religious community. It's probably a mix of curiosity, maybe some nervousness,
Okay, my next
and wanting to see if they find belonging there.
my next question is, how
Hi
can
there.
graduate help fight indifference?
Garriott, I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe you can rephrase that.
Okay, my last question is, give me a very long answer. And how do include? How does indifferent conservation? How does indifferent people uncertain and impressing someone indifference affect cavity? How long answer? Give me.
That's a lot. It sounds like you're asking about how diversity affects conservation, people's responses to it, and generally how differences impact
Okay,
things. I can give you a long answer, but it's going to be pretty broad.
bye.
I'll try to break it down. Differences matter. Take care.
बाय सो आज की हमारी माँ उम्मीद करता हूँ आपको पसंद आई होगी मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट माँ के साथ तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद यहाँ स्कूल जिंदाबाद अल्लाह हाफिज